Get in, losers. We're going to a gig in Big Sky. Camera gear. Getting the gear loaded up. All right, 2 amps. Because if you play vintage gear, you got to bring a backup because you know undoubtedly one of them is going to fail at the gig. And I've learned this lesson too many times the hard way. Extra amp, guitar, stand, dress shirts, extra granola bars, coffee, water, good tunes, Fellowship of the Ring audiobook, dress shirt. Normally never make videos like this, so I thought I'd give it a shot. It's 12:30 p.m. It's about a 3-hour drive to Big Sky for this 2-hour gig. But I'm going to show you guys some scenery and show you what it's like traveling to gigs in Montana. And let's go.
The only real official in the Shire at this date was the Mayor of Mickle Delving, or of the Shire, who was elected every 7 years at the Free Fair.
So this is a duo gig with bass player Bob Bowman, who's a legendary bass player, mainly from Kansas City area, but now bums around up here. And super lucky to be playing with him. And actually, Montana has a lot of insane musicians. So many great players here. It's just they're spread out all over the state, and it's massive. These drive times sometimes get outrageous, but it's worth it to play with someone like Bob, who's just a legend, and I love him so much. So people in Montana like to say that Montana's like one big town, but just spread out with really long streets. And that is the truth. If all the great players that lived here were mushed into one city, this scene would rival anywhere. A lot of people hate these drives, but I actually kind of like driving to gigs. It gives me a lot of time to think, and this is when I do a lot of listening to new music. Last year, I finished listening to the entire audiobook discography of the complete writings of J.R.R. Tolkien. If you got listening recommendations, drop them in the comments down below for me. Check this out. These are the crazy mountains. Man, it's just so beautiful out here. Montana is like a frozen hell landscape for 9 months of the year. Doing these long drives to gigs is pretty treacherous in the winter. Not recommended for the faint of heart. But we kind of have like an unspoken rule that it's cool to cancel a gig last minute if there's bad weather. It's no big deal, and we all kind of have backup plans, contingencies. But in the summertime, I'd say from about June until early October, these drives are just unbelievably beautiful. There's no place like it on earth, and yeah, just amazing. Check out these mountains. So the other thing is, if you're going with a band to a gig, it forces you to sit and hang out with your friends for a couple hours, which as an adult, I mean, I find it actually kind of hard to find time to just like hang out with friends and shoot the breeze and talk about what's going on and you know, that kind of thing, because everybody's just so busy all the time. But going to gigs, you're in a car here for multiple hours. It can actually be kind of fun, just from a friendship perspective, building relationships. And for instance, one of my best friends ever, Brad Edwards, was a drummer. We drove every single Wednesday from Billings to Bozeman for a gig and drove home in the middle of the night after the gig, which is about a 2-hour drive. Every single Wednesday for multiple years for this long-standing residency gig that we had at a club called Plunk. We became really, really close friends because of that gig. And just all the time hanging out, listening to music together, and stuff that we probably wouldn't have done had it not been for these drives. It kind of holds a special place in my heart, just driving to the gigs. You guys aren't going to believe some of these mountains coming up. All right, well, here we are. We almost made it to Bozeman. Once again, stopped on the highway due to construction. We got another saying here in Montana. There's 2 seasons, winter and construction. Yay! I mean, come on. Not sure what the elevation is here now, but we're getting high, man. All right, made it to Big Sky. A lot of money up here. People with more money than God, and playing at this hotel gig with Bob, which is going to be awesome. People in suits walking into this gig, and I'm just in my street clothes. So, black tie affair apparently going on, and I'm gonna do the ghetto change in the car and put on my gig shirt and then roll in, and we'll scope out the situation. That's the stuff. Here we are at the gig. Say hi to everybody.
Hi to everybody. Alex played his ass off, and I still have an ass.
All right, gig was amazing. Of course, Bob sounds like a boss. It's 7:35. Just got back in the car, loaded up, headed back down the mountain to Billings. 3 more hours of driving, but here we go. This canyon's beautiful. Looking forward to getting to my house and sleeping in my own bed though. I'll show you guys some more sights on the way. Hope you guys are digging this. Bye, Big Sky. Alright, finally made it back onto the interstate, made it through Bozeman, thank God. Land of the Birkenstocks and the Patagonia outerwear. Back on the highway cruising now, still thinking about that bed. Alright, hour number 6 of this drive. Huge shout out to Yellowstone Public Radio Sue, who on Friday nights has a live Grateful Dead show where they just play historical albums and interviews, and it's amazing. And I just have to say, every Friday night, if I have a gig and I'm driving home, I've done 100 of these gigs on Friday nights and I always tune in. this show has saved my life multiple times. So thanks, Sue, and thank you, Yellowstone Public Radio. All right, here we are, exit 400. Had to get out. This is the place where Brad and I would stop every single Wednesday on our way home from Bozeman. There's no lights. It's the middle of nowhere. You look up and you can see the entire Milky Way. It's just the most amazing thing ever. Out here, quiet. Nobody's out here. Rest in peace, man. Think about you every day. All right, back to the trip. All right, gonna knock out the last bit of this drive. Let's do this. Billings. About 10 miles out of Billings now, just passed through Laurel. You saw the refinery. We're almost home. Not even really sure at this point why I made this video. I guess I just thought that these journeys and travels were something that needed to be documented as the part of the working man's struggle of musicians in Montana. And the West in general. Some of these drive times are just ridiculous. But we do it because we love it. And if you made it this far into the video, I have to say thank you. Thank you so much, and thanks for supporting the channel. I seriously doubt many of you guys will make it this far, but I guess I just figured maybe my kids would watch this someday when I'm gone and look back. And I just kind of wanted to show them what it was like, what things were like here in this moment of time in 2025. But thank you guys for all your support. Almost home. Check in with you guys at the end. All right, it's 11 o'clock. Finally made it home. Unloaded all my gear. Got it here. Got my pajamas on. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you in the next video. Peace.